Hello everyone, JRDL96 here with a brand new unboxing. As you can tell by the title, it's something I honestly never thought I would ever do, because I could never afford these things. I never had the, options and the opportunity to really, get something like this. For a long time, ever since I've been a fan of wrestling in 2005, I've always wanted to own like a replica title, a replica championship from the, WWE. And one of the titles that I remember growing up with, obviously as you could tell by the title, is the World Heavyweight Championship. A title which isn't necessarily a creation of the WWE, but it had originated from the days of NWA and WCW. But when WCW got bought out by WWE, that title got brought over. They did the unification match with, Jericho becoming the first undisputed champion, beating The Rock and Stone Cold in one night. Then that title got, unified. And then the creation of the Undisputed Championship that, from 2002 to 2005. Then, thus, the Big Gold Belt, which is the nickname for this, was retired. Until Brock Lesnar became exclusive to SmackDown. Eric Bischoff, who was the general manager of Raw at the time, decided to bring back the Big Gold Belt to make it as the exclusive, world title for Raw. And he awarded it to Triple H. So, growing up, that title always resonated with me. So, as you could see, I technically already opened it somewhat because I wanted, didn't want to spend so much time trying to open the damn box. But here it is in all its glory, like, how big this box is. I guess the reason why I was able to afford this finally was with, payments. Like payments every few weeks. Which I think is a much better method instead of paying all of it up front, you know what I mean? So, anyways, let's just get right into this box. Alrighty. The first thing we see here is obviously a lot of bubble wrap. Alright, let me just make sure that you can see this time. So you have a lot of bubble wrap here. Like that. My ADHD is really kicking in, so whenever I see stuff like this, it's like, it's a habit. So, and a lot of tissue paper related stuff and a lot of protective stuff. Here's the receipt. We don't need to see that. We can't see that. So here it is, and there's a little barcode here. Let's take all this stuff. Let's take out all this. Oh, I hear that. Oh my god, I cannot believe I bought this. I still can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it. Oh wow. A lot heavier than I thought. It feels a lot heavier than I thought. Like, I heard it was like around 5 pounds. So, here it is, in a way. And it's, it has, this little carrying case sent by the, WWE. I'm just gonna put this on the floor for now. I'll clean this room afterwards. So here we are. Let me just put the camera back. Face it a little bit towards here. Okay. Move the box a little bit. Alright, so here is the what the case looks like. It says heavyweight replica with a giant WWE network logo on there and stuff. So there's that. So on the side, you have this opens the zipper to this, case. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. This is unreal, dude. I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe this. Oh, let me put the case. Yeah, there's like even silica gel, is on the side. So I'll put the case back in the box for the moment. So right now, as you can see, it has all this protective wrapping around it because, you know, you got to protect it to make sure it doesn't, you know, come up beat up. But then again, they beat up those titles by hitting each other in the head on TV back in those days. And I want to try to be careful with this because I know that usually with championships like these, the jewels that they have on the titles usually just go kaput and fall off. So I want to try to make sure that doesn't happen. A lot of ASMR sounds. I apologize. Okay. And there's tissue paper to protect it too. Alrighty. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is here it is. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship replica title, 2mm version. And the 2mm means the thickness of the plates. There's also, I've heard, they used to sell a 4mm version of this. But to me, this is my favorite World Championship that the WWE's ever had. I know that it's technically not WWE's, it's technically WCW and NWA, but growing up in 2005, when I first saw, you know, Batista, who was the world champion at the time, I saw that title. I'm like, that is a world championship. And, you know, it resonated with me. So if you could see here, there's a lot of great details that I love. So if you could see here, you know, the details of it, it has the WWE, the old scratch WWE logo on the top, and it says World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Has a crown in the middle and the globe on below it, and two guys on either side of the crown, you know, wrestling. And has these, you know, ruby jewels that go around the title, and, you know, you have the wrestlers on the side plates here, and you have a nameplate below it that you can easily take off with some screws. And on the back of it is, not that I remember, but this was like later versions of it, like near the end of its, you know, run, they decided to add a red, like, almost looks like a snake skin. Kind of reminds me of like a snake skin, this, you know, red, you know, backing to the belt. And as you can see, it says official WWE authentic replica championship title, made in China, shop WWE.com, and has the authentic label right here and stuff. So let's you know, hold it like, you know, most people do. Okay. Oh my god. I'm on the verge of I'm on the verge of bursting into tears because this was one of my favorite titles, and I've always wanted to own a world championship, a title belt, like a replica title belt, and this is like a dream come true to me. Oh my god. Alright. I also want to try to be careful with this because, you know, I know that, you know, the jewels can fall off because I know one of my childhood friends owned a replica title belt back in 2005 and the jewels came off. So I want to try to be careful with this. Now, I think what's different about these titles here is they have, you know, like these little you know, these little things here. Not, you know, I think in today's world they have the, you know, Velcro on it. The current titles have the Velcro and stuff. But this title has, you know, the little buttons, you know, you press, you know, these button things right here. I forgot the name of them, but I think it's this side first. Oh my god. This is going to be a pain in the ass. I think I'm going to need to do it, flip it around. Okay. what's the right size for me. I think this right here. God, this is gonna be this looks a lot harder than it looks. This looks harder than it looks. I've always wanted to do this too. Let me just okay. This and the leather here is like very stiff, and it's not like very loose like in the when it's on TV. That's another thing about him. I feel him. I gotta really press them down. I think that's the issue with these. You gotta really press down on the titles, on the buttons here. These fastens in here. Let me try to be like John Cena with this. When John Cena used to do this with, you know, his spinner belt, that's the other title I remember growing up with. I wasn't really a fan of that. It just felt too gimmicky. But the fact that they kept it for so long, I think that's why a lot of people didn't like them. Didn't like the title. And so when they finally, you know, made a new belt, that was great. So here it is. What it would look like around me, but the only downside to it is it's not curved enough. It's not necessarily curved enough like it was on TV. That's the issue with this belt, I think. As you can see, it's falling down because I don't think I've tightened it. I put it up tight enough, but yeah, this is it right here. The World Heavyweight Championship. But another thing I remember when, you know, watching, you know, wrestling back then was that most of the time when you see them holding, whoever holds this title has to dress very nice and everything. They come out with these, you know, fancy suits and, you know, stuff like that. So hold on for a second. Let me dress like a champion, because clearly I am not I'm not dressed like a champion. I'm just like dressed as like a fucking normal like a normal punk kid, no pun intended. So give me a second, guys. I gotta dress like a champion to become a champion. Even though this suit is familiar to some of you, I don't care. It's my favorite suit. Hello there. Didn't see you there. So this is the suit I decided to wear for this. It's the suit I've worn for cosplay purposes for Date with Markiplier and, you know, Darkiplier and everything. I thought this suit was perfect for it. It may not be the best suit, but hey, I'm working with what I have. So, since I am finally championship material, I guess, this is what it is. I can now own a replica title belt. I could cross that off my bucket list now, finally. Even though I don't feel necessarily satisfied yet, because there is another title that I've kind of been debating myself of getting, and that is the current WWE Championship. Even though, like, it's still a cool looking title, but I think what really, you know, ruins it is because of the fact that mostly every single title now on that show is the same thing, but with just different colors. It's like laziness. Just spells out laziness to me. It just sucks. Like, I will admit, like, the WWE World Championship right now looks cool, and I think the network logo makes it better, because the one they brought in to replace the spinner belt was not necessarily great, but the network logo version really made it better. So that's my personal opinion. I do like the today's title, but this holds a special place in my heart right here. a lot of great, wrestlers have held this title in the WWE. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Goldberg, some guy we can't mention, Randy Orton, Batista, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, Edge, CM Punk, Chris Jericho, John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, Christian, Alberto Del Rio, Dolph Ziggler. I'm probably missing a few other guys, but those are the great names that have held this title over the years from its run from 2002 to 2013 when they unified the titles. So this is it on this unboxing, but I forgot something. Usually, especially with Triple H I think has the most combined days. He holds the record for the most combined days as World Heavyweight Champion. I think it's around 616 days. The youngest world champion was Randy Orton at 24 years old, and the oldest was The Undertaker at 44 years old. And the single longest reign was Batista in his first title run, which was for 282 days until he unfortunately, got injured and had to forfeit the world title, which led to Kurt Angle winning it in that battle royal later that night, and which led to probably one of my favorite, moments, Rey Mysterio winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 22 in dedication to the late Eddie Guerrero. Even though that storyline is not necessarily, well received because they were exploiting Eddie's death and everything, having Randy Orton come out and tell Rey that Eddie isn't in heaven, he's in hell. Just bad taste to me a little bit, but it was business. Now, I am a world champion, even though these glasses, the sunglasses, they're Tony Stark's sunglasses. I am the world heavyweight champion. I love you 3000. So, here it is. This is it on the unboxing of the World Heavyweight Championship title, World Heavyweight Championship replica belt. The 2mm version. And I gotta be honest, it's probably my favorite title. I know people may disagree, and they have their Wing Eagles and Undisputed titles, and hell, some people like the Spinner. And the one from the Attitude Era, or the Smoking Skull belt, or whatever. But to me, this screamed World Heavyweight Champion. World Champion. This belt, I love the simplicity. The simple, not that many jewels, because most titles, especially today's titles, the WWE title and the Universal title, they have so many diamonds and jewels on it. Even the Spinner belt, for Christ's sake. It's, ridiculous. Because I remember seeing some unboxings of that title, and when they were opening it, some of the diamonds were falling off. And that's the one thing I'm afraid of that I have to deal with this championship. Because there's some jewels that might fall off, and that's on the crown. I don't know if you can see that. I'm afraid that so far they haven't fallen off yet, but I have to be careful with this. But, honestly, I am a fan of this championship. I don't know if you could tell that already. I know that the nameplate you can take off the nameplate and put on, a custom nameplate on there. I might get, my own nameplate. I'm not 100% sure. But, I'm not sure yet. I might just get, a nameplate of, let's say, Undertaker or Batista or Rey Mysterio or whatever they have. I might just get my own custom nameplate, honestly. This just feels like a dream to me, man. I love it. I really love this. Oh my god. I love this. I'm just gonna be how, when people win it, they kiss it afterwards. They do that a lot, if you notice that. Yeah! I am the World Heavyweight Champion, and you can't do anything about it, brother. I am the World Heavyweight Champion. Because I am the game, and I am that damn good. Edge had the most title reigns at 7. I do know that. I think that title was also that obviously that title really has been solidified with Edge because of the most of the times he won that title more than the WWE Championship. He lost the WWE Championship and won the World Heavyweight Championship in one night at No Way Out 2009 when he lost the WWE title in the Elimination Chamber match when he was first eliminated. And then later that night, he took out Kofi Kingston to insert himself into the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber and won that title that same night too. It's like ridiculous, man. No wonder why he was called the Ultimate Opportunist. I love it. But anyways, that's really it on this unboxing. I honestly got to now think of where to put this because knowing how messy my room usually is, I don't have not much room really. I don't have any more room over here, unfortunately. So unfortunately the title belt might have to go off camera, maybe on the side. I was thinking maybe on the side, right near my door. I can't hang it on my door. Can I hang it over here? Could I hang it over here? Yeah, it's too big. It's too big. Too damn big! Like Ridley was, apparently, in Smash Brothers. But this is it. I am a fan of it. I love this title. I love it a lot. So anyways, that's officially it on this unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though it's much of a cluster, an absolute mess, like, mostly WWE is these days. But I hope you guys enjoyed this clusterfuck of an unboxing. And if you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure to check out my Instagram because I make cool ads on Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and even myself. I also act as a cosplays on there, so go check it out. I actually did a cosplay of, Markiplier and even his Dark Persona Darkiplier in this suit a couple years ago. You could go check that out if you scroll down further enough. And be sure to check out my Tumblr and my Discord in the description as well. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.